visit first. That's it.
Ooh.
All right. So now you can make that move, and the monologue move will give you a choice of where to add an attention. So that's the reward for doing your monologue. You get to add attention to one of your themes, like experience.
We like experience.
Yes, yes.
So this would be probably for Lachesis, for seeing the threads, reading the threads.
All right, cool. All right, so I think these guys have done the preliminary investigation. They've headed back to their office, and I would like to see, I really think it would be cool to have you guys meet in your office, and as these two new employees show up, one from HR and then this other person. Have you decided how you are going to fit in just yet?
Yeah, I've asked the people on Discord, and I think someone had an idea where I could be sent in by corporate to manage whatever's going on. Something like it's just something between my dad's company to keep me busy away from his stuff, or some sort of a punishment. So I have to babysit a group of people to bring back some news to corporate or something.
Okay. Sounds good. Then we'll put you guys entering. You're okay if you come at the same time? Yeah?
Sounds great.
All right, so I'll just put you guys outside the door of this office in this rundown tenement building. There's one of the places has been turned into a little divey office on the corner. There's a neon sign outside that shines in through the window. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm missing someone again. Let's see, Benny, David.
That's me again.
David, I took you out because you didn't have a picture. There we go. All right, gotcha. That's you. All right, so I would just like to open it up first for a scene of you guys coming in and reintegrating, maybe talking about what's going on, and then making your next move to the next scene. Action.
I fully imagine I do not know who Marjorie is.
Yeah, you see me from the corner coming out of a limousine talking to the driver.
Okay, gotcha. I think there's like there's probably a place where I'm like walking just slightly ahead of you, and I have to consistently like open every door. But
okay.
I'm running up ahead of you to do that. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Please.
Thank you, Dolly.
Just instinct.
just running up to the next one and doing it again.
Yeah, so you guys end up on the second floor. You climb the stairs. You're on the second floor of this building, and you find the door that has the frosted glass on it, and it looks like there once was a name on here, and it's been scraped off. So it's got nothing really there anymore on this door, but it matches the number that's above the frosted glass pane. This is, 6B or whatever.
Oof. That's charming, right?
Are you also?
I'm with. Oh yes, I am. I thought you were opening the doors. That's
I'm sorry. I just.
Okay.
Always been told to knock. I knock on the door.
I think Greer. Let's see. Who is it that's got? Can see a little bit into the future. That's.
No, I can because of the dream aspect. I can kind of.
So you hear a knock at the door. There wasn't one, right? They didn't knock yet. They're just approaching the door. But you hear a knock at the door.
I'll say someone's at the door.
Hello.
See, told you, someone's at the door.
David.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I was going to say, it probably wasn't going to come down to her getting a chance to even knock on the door, because I would have seen the car pull up and would have been prepared for them to be at the door.
No doubt. You've always got your eyes out the window, scanning for threats and anything else of interest. And a limousine in this part of town, not very common.
No, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
So I would have been at the door, and before she even had a chance to knock, I would open it when she went to knock.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. So then Declan's like, now. And then you open.
Right as the hand comes up.
Their hands like this, ready to knock. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, oh.
I love it.
Hello, may I? Do I know these people already? Have I seen them around the office, or?
I don't know. That's up to
Imagine
you.
I'm brand new. I imagine like I'm.
Everyone
I
here's
mean, I
kind of
don't
new.
know, Maybe I'm.
Go with
imagine
it. We'll follow
I'm
you.
HR, but
In that case, it's going to be the. May I help you?
I think.
oh,
Oh,
go ahead. Sorry. No, go ahead. No, sorry.
It's okay.
Ladies-
I think we were. I was supposed to meet a Declan here. I think. I might have lost the paperwork.
And you are?
Oh, Mrs. Dubois for you, honey. I just removed the glove and yes, so.
Orin will stare at her hand and then stare back at her. Do you have any
Oh.
ID?
Oh, sure. Let me grab my purse.
So you do notice that she's wearing a pretty classy but not super frilly bracelet, and then she's got some heirloom rings and jewelry and stuff like that also.
A fur tie pet around the neck and everything. It's pretty evident that I'm
Yeah,
not
a
from around
stole. There you go.
In this neighborhood, you might want to hide that bling, or if you want to keep it.
I'll take good note of that, honey.
He didn't ask Benny for it, but Benny's in the background, like immediately pulling out. It's like like there's like a zip thing to like his ID card that's like just right there.
It's like on a lanyard with a little stretchy
Yeah,
thing.
and I'm like, yeah. I'm far behind them. Oh, just okay.
I take out my card from my purse from the nearby country club, and I just ended it to him.
He'll hold up the two IDs that he's just received, and he'll look at, is it Ben? Ben, you can go in. Ma'am, I'm afraid this is...
So I feel
right.
like you're pulling.
I probably am, and not caring. And then, but ma'am, this is you have a company ID?
A company? No. I work with the board of directors. I thought you were supposed to be expecting me.
When I hear her say that, because this office is not that big, I can hear all this.
Yeah.
I'm going to double check the email, see if anything came from Mr. Jones or HR. Like, I didn't. you know.
Yes. Yeah.
Email is something I can do. It's just not at the top of my priority list. So I'm like, oh, there's probably an email here. Oh, hold on a sec.
220 unread emails.
David
is.
just goes very nervous.
You have to scan a page or two down through the most recent spam messages, and the second in command of the Nigerian government has emailed you once again. Yeah, so you get past that, but then you find there's a Mr. Jones. You have those like highlighted. When they come in, they get flagged, and so sure enough, it just simply says expect to.
Got it. So I will, once I see that, I'll walk up to Orin. Hey, Orin, excellent work on security. There is an email from Mr. Jones saying we're supposed to suspect two people. So if his ID matches, her may be suspect, but this is probably okay.
Yeah.
So
You let Betty's ID go, and it snaps back. Psh.
I mean, if you'd like another one, I got like 20 other cards, right? It's
yeah, I'm going to make a point to not say to Orin, she's okay, let her in. I'm going to be like, I think she's okay. You can let her in, because I don't want to take any security thing away from him at all. Like, I handle that dude with kid gloves. Like, like, he's good at his job. Maybe a little too good at his job. But yeah, let's welcome them in. So,
Yeah.
do y'all need anything to drink, or we got some coffee, we got some
I'd
bottled water.
I'd love a frappuccino.
I'm sure you would. Like I said, we have some coffee.
Oh, it's fine. I'll wait. It's okay.
Yeah, cool.
Do you have any is there like any like herbal tea or I guess you know what, actually I brought some of my own. It's just like hot water or anything?
Hot water we can pull off. So
Okay.
make yourself at home.
Great. Yeah. No, thank you.
The window was
Sure.
left open a crack last night and some leaves blew in. Can make you tea with that.
Perfect. I think I have like my own like I brought from home sort of thing, but I definitely move over to like this, and I'm gonna gather a couple up and just see if there's anything there that I would even think would actually make any use to the taste of this tea. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm up from HR. They told me to meet with you guys. I guess there's something you guys are in the middle of that you might need.
Yeah, what is it you guys do here?
That's in the middle of being defined presently. Let's put it that way. But insurance companies have policies. The client sometimes has to exercise those policies, and sometimes there's something a little off about the situation. Not necessarily insurance fraud, although that does happen, but sometimes there's just something unusual. And our job is to basically go in and investigate and make sure, all the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed.
Talk plainly, Yanni. You're not the first one who tries to swindle me with some beautiful words. Because I have a bullshit detector in my traits. So
That's fair cop.
I just don't want to. She's trying to not let you swerve around. Like, just talk to me plain.
Yeah, that's fine. We can talk plain.
All right. So while you guys are talking up in the front
Plainly.
of the office area, Greer and David are kind of still hanging out in the back office, kind of listening in. What does Greer think about all this? What's going on there?
Yeah, sorry, I've been quiet so far. I think...
Hence the spotlight.
Yeah, it's just IRL stuff. Currently, Greer would probably just be, like, listening in while, like, looking, like... Probably while thinking things through about the case itself, waiting for, like, when we're planning on returning.
Mm-hmm.
Just from what she's hearing in the front, it makes more sense to her to just, like, kind of hang back until, like, these people that they sound like, just from the conversation, it sounds like there's some kind of, like, clout going on there, and she's just gonna let them come to her. Right now, she's just kind of, like, thinking through notes and just, like, maybe questions to ask Martha for the future.
I think Benny's gonna. MC, I am having difficulty moving my token.
Yeah, so you can't move it, huh? All right, I'm going to delete it and put another one out there.
Okay.
Just see if that makes
but I'm going to come over.
Does that make it? Oh, you still say new actor. Why do you say new actor?
Yeah.
That's weird.
But yeah, I'm going to come over to Greer and go, sorry, hi, I'm going to wipe my hands from whatever I was just picking up on the ground. Hi, sorry, I know you look like you're busy, but I just want to introduce myself. My name is Benny. Well, it's Benjamin Woods, but you can call me Benny Woods. I'm going to extend a hand out to Greer.
Can you move this new guy?
Nope.
So you just click and drag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not clicking or dragging?
From my point of view, he's not even in the crew/extras. the little menu.
Oh,
menu.
really?
Well, you shouldn't be in the crew extras. You should just be under riffs. The crew extras, the subfolder just has your crew in it, your crew theme.
Yeah. Well, he's not in the riffs either.
Benny.
Yeah, I don't see him in there. That might be what it is.
So well, let me reconfigure ownership. There you go. Try that.
Oh, there we go.
And I'm going to demote your character. Like you're not the owner. I'm going to give you none.
Okay.
And then I'm going to give it back to you. Maybe that's all it's going to take. Something about the way you created it. I don't know. I
wonder if
know.
it's because I made another one instead of because I couldn't figure out how to delete things, which is funny now that I saw you do it. And I was like, oh, it's right there.
I just right click on it and choose delete. How's that? Is that good?
No, still the same.
Let's try this.
Or try reloading.
Let's try. Oh, here we go. Benny and the Jets.
Benny and the Jets.
Alright, got that part fixed. This isn't fixed. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to try exporting and importing. Go ahead. You guys role play. I'll fix your character. And don't mind me for a second. Keep going.
All right. So I'll just go for it.
I was just saying I was introducing myself to Greer.
Yep.
If she's there.
Yeah, sorry. I think she doesn't look up until you're done kind of stammering through, and she just looks yeah, she's probably sitting at the coffee table and just kind of looks up. Oh. Offers her hand. My name's Greer Rodnea.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
nice to meet you.
She's a little bit cold currently. She's just kind of, I guess, taking stock. Her hand is reaching out for a handshake.
Cool. You see from Benny, there's I'm wearing a red shirt that has very light Hawaiian decorations to it. And if you look all the way down, you see I am probably not wearing shoes.
I feel her eyes flick down to that, kind of and then just back up, but you don't actually read anything on her face.
I don't think I even catch that you look down.
Yeah, currently she's just either sitting with crossed legs or just kind of kneeling in front of probably a clipboard, and she's wearing, probably call it a royal blue pantsuit.
Is there, sorry, they gave me no information at the office. Is there something that you need help working on, or anyone needs help working on right now?
Yeah, we've got the case that we're working on. We're about to go out and do some investigating. I'm actually, and right now, can I just pause for 1 second, out of character? I'm having a little issue. I opened up the crew notes earlier and closed them, and now the crew notes are not opening for me. When I open up the that book, the journal entry, and get that tab,
yep,
I can open the old crew journal, I can open the city, and I can open the theme books. But for some reason, the player's guide and the crew notes seem to not be opening.
They're down.
Is anybody else having a problem with that?
Under PDF books?
Is it there? PDF books? The player's guide. Yeah, the player's guide. Theme books will open. Player's guide.
Yeah, journal notes are not opening for me either.
Okay, so I'm not the
What-
only person,
what
because I was
journal-
going to pull the information off the crew notes to kind of share with the new players
Okay.
about this is the guy that we're, and I already opened it once. It's not here. I don't know where it went.
And it's just called crew notes? No.
Yeah, so if you click on, the menu, the book that says journal,
Yep.
and then journal entries, you should have archive, crew journal, map, pins, and PDF books.
Yep.
If you click under crew journals, there's crew notes. I click on crew notes, and nothing's happening.
Oh, okay. So
I have Orange Journal here.
Yeah, I have orange journal too.
Okay, as long as somebody on the old team has Orange Journal and they can share the information with the new team members,
you
let's
can't.
role play that.
Yeah. So what you've probably done? You ready? You've probably minimized it instead of closed it.
Yeah, but I thought that's what I might have done, and I'm looking at all the
So go
minimized
down.
windows.
I've added something over the last 2 weeks. Go down to the very bottom and just mouse along the very bottom, and like a toolbar will pop up. It's like a frosted glass toolbar.
Thank you. Now
That's
we've
nice.
got it.
So
That's it.
So at the very top, next to close, there's that little flat line, like a Windows minimize
Yeah.
button.
Beautiful. Okay, thank you.
So
Problem
that lets
solved.
you move
Got
things out instead of being little tabs of windows everywhere. Normally, you would minimize by double-clicking the title bar, and that still works. And it creates this little stub of a window, and you have to double-click on it to open it again. That's what I thought at first. But I thought, oh yeah, I added the taskbar. So
Got it.
I'm a
I just
patron
forgot
of a
that.
guy that writes some really cool modules, and this is one of his modules. So, all right.
Okay. So yeah, we've got a case about a man named Darnell Fox. He's in his late 20s, but apparently he died of pulmonary failure. So that's the main thing they want us to investigate right now, because 20-year-olds usually don't die of pulmonary failure unless they have an undiagnosed cardiac issue, and that doesn't seem to be the case. But there's also some things surrounding this issue where there was a hooded man who fled the scene, and there's just some unusual things we're trying to figure out right now before the insurance company can go, yeah, there was a thing and he died of a heart attack and it's time to pay out. We got to make sure that there isn't any mysterious business going on here. Nothing hinky.
Did he have any like close relatives that passed away, or maybe like a heartbreak?
None that we
situation?
know of.
But
we're in early days.
Talking about mysterious business, why are you guys not working at the... Because this is such a strange place to be for a big insurance company. Why are you not working at the main building?
Yeah, I don't see any computers in here.
A lot of things are quite odd right now.
That's certainly a good question.
It's an odd place for odd cases.
Mm.
They just don't want anyone to know that
Yeah.
we are doing this. Not that we are actually quite aware of what we are doing.
Yeah, here's another thing you should know. Most of us are really new to this job.
Mm.
Also, when you get HR, you might as well have IA involved. So
Okay.
I don't know who we pissed off, but
Well, I
Exactly.
mean, honestly, if you want to lodge a complaint, I think I could probably help. I might be a little too close to the situation, but maybe I can at least sort of. I mean, I'm not really sure how much investigating is going to be able to be done here with the materials that we have. Is there a computer in the room?
Yes,
Is there a computer?
there's a computer on the desk, even though
Okay.
it looks like a desk out of the 40s. There is a computer.
Yeah, they just
Is
looked at
it
the email.
decent, or is it like crummy, or?
It's a standard, like a standard all-in-one, just a screen and a keyboard and a mouse. So
Okay.
the computer's built into the screen, and there is a network cable that goes just over to like a
The other office.
it's like a no
We're
it's
just stealing. We're just stealing that.
it's kind of like a MiFi, right? It's a VPN
Love
MiFi.
it.
So that's
got
kind of it.
So I imagine this is relatively standard to what I'm used to, or is it below?
Yeah,
of the, like,
below.
Like a standard agent. Below. Okay.
No, this is.
You've heard of telephony? This is interphony.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
It's like, it's not exactly the best thing we could ever have.
You
But it's enough for what we need.
You looked up this department initially, and you saw the note that said it was relocated from the sub basement, like second level parking garage sub basement. It was kind of in the corner over there, and they were given this little office.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So this is a 90s. This is at least 20 years old. Wow. Okay. I just start following the lines. I'm inspecting the computer.
Okay. Yeah, it kind of goes this little device that looks like it's got a, it's a wireless device. So it's not even that the wireless device is plugged into the computer, or as part of the computer. It actually has to be added to the computer, right? So.
Okay.
It's not quite an 8086, but it's probably a
I will
8-year-old
straight
Pentium
up,
or something.
Joe the player almost knows almost nothing about computers. But Benny knows a lot about computers. Cool. So yeah, I'm looking like at everything. Okay, yeah, that's definitely got to go in a report. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Mr. Woods, if you ended up here,
Benny,
probably
please.
yes, Mr. Woods. You probably don't have the cloud that you think you have at the office anymore. I'm sorry again.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. That would be why I was signed down. I guess I thought this was like more of a lateral movement, but it seems like
I plop myself onto the couch next to him. I'm just smiling. I'm just on the couch, and this is great.
You can definitely notice that David is mortified by your presence because he's the only one who knows what a Dubois is in this office. He's waiting through his very cheap suit at this point. Profusely. And not trying very hard not to look at you.
Alright. So what's your deal, honey?
Who?
Eyes roving everywhere.
Yeah,
but
because he's actively not looking at me, and she's got a lot of instincts for social situations. So I'm trying to get some interaction out of you.
Right. So after a very uncomfortable about minute and a half, David understands, finally gets that he's being talked to, and
What do you do here?
Miss Dubois, I'm from analytics. I'm second grade analyst. I'm here because this is about insurance. He starts tapping his fingers together, and someone here should probably know how this works.
Orin will come to his rescue and ask her, what is she doing? What does she do?
To be honest, my father is well, you know him, right? He's kind of tired of having me around, so I guess he's sending me on these excursions. I'm just here to watch how your branch is doing and what you guys are doing. I'm eager to learn. I'm eager to have a report to write, and I'm eager to be out of this quaint little place.
You can probably hear Orin's eyes roll in his head.
I see Benny kind of like look up from this. As soon as he noticed the nervousness of the situation, like going back, his eyes are just like locked on the awkwardness of that. Like he might as well have popcorn. He's just like he's learning so much in this moment. But he raises his hand at this point and just goes, sorry, you mentioned that we should know your
Yeah. Mr. Laurent Dubois. Yeah, yeah, but well, he's the guy that he's part of the guys that own the company.
Right. Yes. And I would. I'm supposed to know that. That was one of the.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. On that note, I'm going to be looking at some of my crew members with a kind of like mild eye, like, oh God, we got to babysit her. I got to see what this is all.
Exactly. So, I'm eager to see what you guys are being paid for. Is it just to sit around like this? Because it's great so far.
Oh man.
Ooh, like, I think, like, at that comment, Greer's going to stand up and just kind of, like, walk over. Oh god.
Yep.
Ignore the fact that she is tilted. I'm on a touchpad right now. And she just, like, puts on a very kind of, like, performative smile, offers her hand. I don't believe we've been formally introduced. Greer Rodnea.
You can call me Miss Dubois.
And like, she looks very pointedly at her offered hand.
Oh yeah, I shake it. Yeah.
And she's going to, like, kind of look over what is going through, Marjorie's head, like, going through her mind currently, and possibly a little bit deeper, like, nothing too deep, just, like, what she's thinking in this moment, and, like, what she's feeling, I guess. Expectations.
Okay. Do I just tell her?
Yeah.
Is there a roll or anything? Okay. She's very comfortable right now. There's no stress. Like what you're seeing is what you get. But she's actively looking to find out what you guys are doing. She knows nothing about the situation. She tries to play it cool, but she actively wants to know what's happening here.
Alright. Greer's gonna take the long way around the coffee table. Yeah. And just, like, as she passes Declan, she just kind of shares a similar, like, you're not wrong. And then back to papers.
So, Mr. Watt, we were about to visit one of the possible witnesses.
Great.
Her name is Martha. She's a singer, and well, we need to talk to her because the deceased wished to speak to her.
And is it close? Is it nearby?
Yeah. Yeah, this is yeah, sure. The this office building is remarkably close to the washboard. It's in the downtown area.
All right. Well, shall we?
Great. Yeah, I love singing. Okay. He's got a tangled mess of like cables that he's in. Okay. Yeah. No, let's go.
Are we all going?
I rode my bike here, so I don't know if it's far.
You're not okay. No, yes, you rode your bike here, right?
Yeah. But if I can ride in someone's car, I mean, it depends. You know, if it's if you guys wanted to wait on me,
we should all
I
take
could
the same
catch up,
car.
probably.
Just he's a block away. Just give me a second, and I take my cell phone and I call the chauffeur.
We're
not gonna walk, honey.
Oh,
We're not
wait,
gonna walk.
Just muttered it. Oh, that's a
Do we have a van?
waste of gas. Okay.
Yes, we have a work van, which I will be riding in.
So if you look at your crew theme, you'll have some more information there. That's on your character sheet because everyone is an owner of the crew theme, because that's an extra bunch of stuff that you can use. I believe it does say the company van on there. So this indicates that it's important to your crew that you have a company van. And then I believe Oren has his own van.
Yes, Oren has his own van. Correct. Oren has his own van.
And then there's a company van, and so those are that. Now, anytime you use one of these tags in your move, it'll burn the tag. So they're called crispy tags, and they burn, but you can get them back again.
Yeah. Oren is going to definitely be driving either the work van or his van. He's not riding in the death trap limo.
No, it's fine.
So I guess now it's just who's going to be in the van and who's going to be, well, we can take 2 cars. It's not necessarily a disadvantage. And I'm saying this out of character. I'm not saying this as Declan. I'm saying this.
Okay.
It's not necessarily a disadvantage to have 2 automobiles. And in this kind of scenario, it's not necessarily bad to split the party. You know, like that's a big no-no in D&D because you're going to get killed. It's a big no-no. But in this game,
Woods,
not so much.
Mr. Woods would be glad to show you the limo, but we'd require you to wear shoes inside of the car. Just.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll walk.
It's actually a company policy.
You got shoes, right?
What?
You got a pair of shoes somewhere?
Somewhere. Yeah. I mean, we could probably all fit in a van, right? Vans are usually, one vehicle. Less movement.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Mr. Woods, but it's company
Benny.
policy too. Yes,
So-
sure. Thank you, Mr. Woods. It's company policy to wear shoes in company vehicles.
Oh yeah, that's okay. It's funny how I actually kind of got involved in HR. Was when I was working as a mail clerk. There was a whole thing with that, and I actually was able to overturn that rule. Actually, if you want to actually, he fully takes out a big rule thing on here with the amendment that's marked on there. Yeah, actually, yeah, they said I don't have to, which is.
Oh, so that's why you're here. Okay.
What?
Oh, nothing, Mr. Woods.
All right.
All right.
So let's go.
So you headed back to the. Are you going back to the washboard for the show, and then going to catch her after the show? Is that your plan?
Let's get a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we have as a reference the blueprint of what the washboard looks like, and then we'll just use that. So the washboard, for those of you who are here for the first time, is downtown near the water, and if it were any further down below the building it's in, it would be underwater. It is as low as you can go and still have dry feet. So there is a bouncer that stands at the front entrance, which is kind of on the side of the building. Not quite an alley, but not definitely not right at the front. There is a big sign, and it's got kind of this little arrow that points back, and it says the washboard. And so there is another alley on the opposite side of the whole building, but it's a nice big brown brick building, old building downtown. And so there is an entrance on the side of the building, but then a staircase that will go down. Not ADA friendly. There is an elevator, but even then, that is that's for mostly freight or moving things up and down to the kitchen and so on. It's not for people. So not an ADA friendly building at all. Sorry about that. Anyone in a wheelchair, you have to walk. So if you really want to hear Martha sing, you need a faith healer. All right, because you're gonna have to go down some bunch of stairs. There's a cloakroom, which then leads into the main area that holds maybe up to a couple hundred people total. The place is filling up rapidly. You're here. You've waited in line a little bit. It wasn't long, and the bouncer, big muscly guy, welcomes you in, checking ID, etc., and so on. Lets you go down. He's got a kind of a book that he's marking down IDs, and so he scans, your licenses or whatever, and then marks it in, and so on. He's making sure people are who they say they are, and so you all head on down, and there are 2 bars, one on the north side, one on the south side, and they're both busy. They have servers that are coming to the bar and back again. They do serve some appetizer-like foods as well, and so around 8 o'clock at night, the place darkens down. Opening act kicks in. It's just regular. It's kind of a new jazz kind of band, and they're just doing some dancey kind of music and some riffing, all that kind of stuff. And then they announce the headliner of the night, and so Martha comes on stage, and she is a woman in her mid-50s, curvy, red hair. She comes out and she begins to sing, and she definitely has a very soulful nature to her music. It is profound. It's clear at some point that she has earned the right to be called downtown's most soulful singer. So she's well on her way through her show, and you notice that her music is very, there are some parts where she gets into her music and it's very, very touching, very deep music, not just jazzy. This is all deep blues. She's singing mournful songs and so on, and she has a beautiful voice. And so she finishes her first set, and then excuses herself and leaves the stage. What do you guys do?
Full on tears, like standing up and clapping.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's definitely a lot of applause. Everyone loves Martha. She is amazing. And you can see that Sammy Jefferson Jr. is sitting at his usual place at the bar. And he's beaming with pride. He's looking at his books. And he is appreciating the ticket sales tonight. Looking good. You guys have expensed yours, of course. Benny had to pay for everything on his own personal card, and then submit an expense report. There's no corporate card.
Good job, Benny.
Benny doesn't get a corporate card.
Yep. It's okay. I like doing it.
There's a certain satisfaction with doing an expense report correctly.
Orin is going to just basically keep an eye on the crowd and keep himself where he can get to Daniel or Greer quickly, because in his mind, those are the 2 that need the help the most if something happens.
It's David, by the way. That is my real name.
Is it a fair assumption to say that Orin, because I don't know the character, he looks paranoid? Or extremely cautious, or...
Extremely alert.
Always? Okay.
Yeah.
A grizzled veteran, maybe?
Hypervigilant.
Hypervigilant.
Alright.
He even looks like he's been to war and back again 5 or 6
Literally,
times. Yeah.
Literally, he has scars on his on his cheeks and face and hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's not a pop singer, that's for sure.
Safe to say you're not drinking, right?
No.
Anymore.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Was there a way during the performance to know if her singing was something more than just singing? Like if she was, because we're aware of, well, my character thinks she's alone, but of the mythos and all the rifts and everything, is it possible to know if she's something else? Because her singing is so out of this world.
A good question. You can do a look beyond the mist if you're looking to see if maybe she has any kinds of special powers.
All right.
Can I help with that, or specifically Benny's trying to figure out, because it was such an emotional song, if it seems like it's connected to something personal right now.
Yep. All right, so in this game, what you do is when you want to help, you do just what you did. You interrupt, and that steals the spotlight to you, and then you would perform the move Change the Game, and you would try to create, in this game it's called juice. They're temporary points that you can use to make tags or statuses from, okay? And so what you're looking to do is figure out how you might help. What tag would help him in his Beyond the Mist, except that he's actually doing something supernatural. So I'm not sure there's a way. So the Look Beyond the Mist move, like if this was a normal investigate move, totally throw tags out. Those story tags they can click on those and add them in if it's relevant to how he's. But in this case, he's doing something kind of supernatural. And so there isn't any tags used here. Like when you do this,
I'm looking for something a little different.
Yeah. So
I don't know if that matters.
So good. And so you could do that like an investigate check, or if you're going to help someone else to investigate, you could do that. But investigation, you're looking at the source, maybe the music itself, the scene, etc., the crowd, and you're trying to gather information from that, right? So you're welcome to do that. So I believe, who said Dubois, you are trying to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you even on this map? Did I throw you out there?
I'm supposed to be in.
I don't see
at the bar.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Yeah, so in this case, you choose Look Beyond the Mist and you execute that move. There's nothing else to do. There's no tags. You simply get to use your mythos themes as your power tags. So you have one mythos theme, so you get a +1 to your roll. You rolled an 8, so you get a 9, and a 9 is a mixed success. It's not a astounding success, but it's good. It allows you to get one clue because you have a power of 1. And so a clue in this game is a commodity. You get to spend them by asking a question of the MC.
Okay.
And I have to give you that answer, and your character then knows that answer. Okay?
I can ask it right now?
You may ask.
You may ask. Bank it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'd ask just, was there something more? Was there something more to this singing that would be supernatural?
All right. That's perfect. And that's exactly how you would use this move. And you're going to give me the question in meta form, and then I'll give it back to you in narrative. Okay? So here is what you see. As you were tuning in to her music, you saw Benny become overwhelmed, and you thought, well, maybe this is, I don't know, maybe Benny's got a soft heart, but there's something to this. And you quickly begin to try to see what's really there, right? You're looking to see what am I not seeing? Let me see it. And what happens is you feel that you kind of smell. First off, you get a smell of peat, like a mossy, musky smell. Kind of, you can kind of detect this in here somewhere, and you see the stage up by where Martha's singing and the band is. You kind of feel like there's some of these old oak trees in around her with Spanish moss kind of hanging off a little bit. And so that tells you that there is something here, and the mist is covering it. Whatever you guys have determined to be people don't see, right? To make people not see things. So you're pushing past whatever that disbelief is everyone has that's so strong. You look back and you kind of get a feeling of this a bayou, perhaps.
I just down my drink and I order another one because I think I'm the only one seeing these things. And
yeah, because you're trying, right? You're looking.
Yeah.
You're like there's seems like there might be something more, and indeed you get a hint that there's absolutely something more. So in my answer to you, I can give you a fuzzy, incomplete, right? Part true, part false kind of thing. So that's what I selected right there. Okay.
Those are the best ones. They drive the plot. It's like, what is this?
Right.
You know?
Okay. So, Benny, did you want to also do something? Are you waiting for Martha to leave stage? Are you trying to do something before that? What is on your mind?
Yeah, I mean, one might answer the other. I guess I was trying to get the idea of, you know, her music coming from a source of personal experience. Maybe like, what was the song about? If it seems like she's personally connected to what she was singing about, and if so, what is the song about?
Okay, you may roll an investigate for that, investigate move for that, and that sounds like you might have some tags that will help you a little bit with that.
Yeah, can I use the hug is always the right size, and then psychology maybe?
Yeah. A hug is always the right size.
What's a hug, Scott?
All right. All right. Now I know what we're in for.
I have a kind of I guess it's a question more than a...
Go ahead.
I kind of want to do something similar, you know, like what they're doing, but mine would be a little bit more unconscious. So what I'm asking for is I'm thinking of either playing with the flashback idea.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do a flashback and it reminds me of something from my past that helps me, because I've had a premonition in here before, right?
Yep.
In this space.
Yep.
But she wasn't here. Or use the foreshadowing and see if there's something kind of in her future, you know. So again, it would be using my mythos. The tag would probably be mysterious reality bending, but also the no conscious control of dreams. So, you know, if it work, if since it's not conscious, if you say yes, then it kicks in. If you say I can't really do that, then it doesn't kick in. But I was just thinking one of those two things, either kind of vision forward or vision backwards, to make a kind of a connection to see, you know, to kind of help me decide what my next move should be. What do you think about that?
Yeah, go for it. I think that's fine.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
I think foreshadowing would probably be the best because I'm looking more for something in the future. So foreshadowing and then premonition and no conscious control of dreams, and then execute, right?
Yep, so that's kind of a wash for you, right?
Yeah. So it's going to be a straight, because it's one up and one down, so it's just going to be a straight.
Yep.
Thing.
Straight 2d6 roll. All right. Wow.
Oh.
Didn't see it. What is it?
You got 12.
12.
You rolled a 12.
You rolled a 20.
That's what happens when you don't look. If I'm looking, it's a 2.
Did you mean to do foreshadowing, or did you mean to do flashback?
Oh, I was thinking more foreshadowing. Like it's kind of like showing me like here's something that might be happening in the future connected to her or this whole thing, and then that gives me an idea, you know, like a premonition or a vision, and okay, there's some direction I need to go. You know, kind of like, you know, like in Empire Strikes Back when Luke sees the Vader and the mask blows off and it's his dad, and ooh, what's that all about? You know, that kind of a thing.
Okay, so, wow. So this tells me, it says, one of your nemeses will overwhelm you or get the drop on you in the next session.
Oof. That's not good.
When the MC introduces your nemesis, she also gets to make a move as if you missed a player move, like you rolled a 6 or less, like just happened for Benny.
Hold up. Let me get my...
So, Benny, this song befuddled you so much, and you're like, it went so far into whatever possible repressed memories, or what, you got tangled. You feel like you got tangled, and you don't even know right now if it was something from your past that has come up and you have to analyze it now, or just so many other things. Like, it's almost like someone threw the DSM-5 at you. You know what I mean? And so I am burning your psychology tag, because you found yourself analyzing this music so much and trying to read people in the room. So it seems to have affected everybody. You want to know if there was some deeper meaning. It had all the meaning in it. And
Gotcha.
And you went, and it just was overwhelming with all of the, like, you don't even know where to begin now. Like, diagnoses, and you're like, it's checking all the boxes everywhere. Like, what is this? Is this like is this a new thing? What? I don't even know. So that's where you're at.
Got it.
So I burned your tag, and you can get that back after you have some time to sit and think and have a little downtime. You can choose to bring that tag back again. All right.
Okay. I noticed you used the rumbly my tumbly too, so I think I'm going to be just crying through what the water that I ordered, and then just yelling out if there's any, like, if anyone has any tater tots.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So Declan, I'm gonna spend some time thinking about that.
Okay.
We have to figure out some nemesis. So we may talk a little bit about that. I'm not sure. You don't have one yet, so we need to give you one. We need that I know of. So we need to give you one.
Yeah. Since my guy is kind of like, sort of like Blaylock, maybe his nemesis should be like a really over the top Indiana Jones. Like, dude, take it down. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just an idea. But still, I like the idea of him having a nemesis. I like the idea of, there's definitely some danger in our future. So I'm going to kind of put up my awareness once I have that vision of like, ooh, something wicked this way comes. I'm not going to say anything to anybody just yet, because I know my personal, mythos, even though that may not be what I call it, but it's one, like, my character really is very, distrustful of others. Like, he'll be professional, he'll work with other people, but he really is kind of a lone wolf until he absolutely has to. Okay, I need this person to assist me here. I need that person to assist me there. So, he can be a bit aloof. So I will remain aloof at this point.
Okay. All right.
Like, I know we're putting, like, a lot of time into, like, the investigation during the set, but I think I'd like to see through the mist directed at the crowd itself.
Okay. You're looking to see if there's anyone else in the crowd that might be unusual, special, something that they aren't?
Yeah, like something within the crowd, whether there's something, like, visibly happening to them during, or if there is something inherently, like, supernatural with them.
Okay.
Like, that might give some more leads, possibly.
Sure. Okay.
Alright, I'm not sure where...
So it's a special move.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, damn.
So that's a success. And so on a success, we don't use the clues built into this Foundry module, by the way. That's really clumsy, because then you have to like type your question and have to type your answer, and then you can't edit it later or anything like that. So we just skip it. You need to take your own notes on any clues that you get and however you want to do that. All right, so I'm going to just delete. Oh, I usually delete them as you ask. Sorry, I'm one ahead now. Go ahead and ask a question.
All right. Then I suppose I'll just go through. Do I notice like anything in particular that's like happening to the crowd that seems like something that doesn't normally happen at a club?
Aside from Benny being a blubbering mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has affected the crowd significantly. They are moved. This is probably the main reason people come to these shows, is that Martha sings to them, and everyone gets the feeling almost like that. So you're actually kind of moving around the room in your mind, and as you're looking, you're kind of feeling yourself becoming different people in the crowd a little bit, you know, shifting a little bit, moving around a little bit. And what you're catching are surface thoughts and things like that of people in the crowd that tell you like, wow, you know, I really should call my mom, and you know, holy crap, and you know, a lot of things like that, or you know, just I really miss my dog, or you know, I just feel like I've lost someone that I love, and I don't have one of those, right? So I'm feeling the loss of not even having. I mean, there's these very deep, sorrowful feelings, and so you get the impression that if someone was super, super deep already and then came to this show, that might be enough. Might be enough to make them completely suicidal, or just so down or low that they might actually have a medical condition arise from it. You have that. To answer the second question you haven't asked, I will tell you that one person has said, one person in her mind, she's thinking back to the tragedy that just happened a few days ago, and how similar it is to when Tiffany was here. And now, but you know, like the way this guy died, they've heard, is like the way Tiffany died. What's your third question?
Alright, and then I suppose, shit. I'm not sure.
Okay, you can bank it for a bit.
Yeah, I think I'll sit on it for now.
Okay, so on your character sheet, just to keep track of it, under clues, just go ahead and I think we can bank it there. You just add a clue, and then put in, you need to put in your source and method. So this was See Beyond the Mist, the washboard crowd.
All right.
So the source is the washboard crowd, and See Beyond the Mist is your method. And check the box partial clue. You can delete that later. I'm going to delete the one I just added. So you can delete that one later after you use your banked clue. But that'll give you an idea of basically what you can ask later, right? So that's how we bank clues, by the way. Like I said, they're a commodity. They don't last very long, and they will eventually not be useful. But when you create it, then if you can't think of another question to ask right now, you can bank it, and if one comes up later, oh yeah, I should do, then you can try to use that clue, and if it still applies, I'll let you use it. If not, we'll just delete it anyway. It's not, it's too old now. Usually within the same scene, or maybe one scene later, you might be thinking back on something, right, that you noticed about the crowd, and that's where that clue comes from. All right, so that's that. All right, anyone else? What about David or?
Yep, I got an idea.
Okay, what's up?
So last time over here, I was looking at Darnell's thread, which ended rather abruptly. So what I would like to do is look back down that thread and see how it connects to Martha. I think it's some like an investigate thing.
Yes.
What do you think?
So, yeah, last time you used a CB on the mist. So to use something that is a regular investigate, you would need a method that's mundane, right? That's logistical.
Really investigate only works for mundane things?
Yeah.
Well, investigate works for a lot of things, but mostly the real life stuff. If you're trying to look down your thread, I'd say that would be a CB on the mist.
All right, I guess it's
because you're tapping in, you're asking your mythos. You're basically, so it's like an investigate where you're asking your mythos to give you information.
I would say it's more of a using my special abilities to investigate something. I mean, wouldn't it be? I mean, I could do CB on the mist, but
yeah, for me, I'm thinking that you're using your magical abilities to, so it's very mythical what you're doing, but
right.
But it's not really the physical. I mean, not looking for. You're looking back in time, so there's nothing physical here. You're examining.
All right.
If it were like a crime scene, and then you're looking for, I want to find something physical. Where do all these threads lead me? Right. What am I going to see here? That would be more of a regular investigate that you can use your mythic tags with.
Well, for David, in a way, it is a tapestry crime scene, I guess. But yeah, all right, I don't mind using that. Let's look beyond the mist. All right, there are no tags here, so let's just do it. All right, this is probably my first good roll
ever.
This game.
All right, so you'll have 3 questions. Ask away.
So how do their threads interact? I mean, I'm looking down Darnell's thread.
Yeah, so you kind of are rolling back the time as you're pulling these threads back towards you, as you're pulling down, and you can kind of imagine in your mind's eye a spectral image of Darnell on the stage, and then Darnell off the stage, kind of moving backward, sort of back to a table that maybe like down here somewhere, like this area on the map, kind of by the bar but not right by the bar, and you see him slumped over, his knees and his elbows together, as his head in his hands, and he's kind of over just sobbing, and then his friends come back to the table like they were gone before he was alone, and the friends come back to the table, and then more people show up around, and then it's back to a full house. So you've been able to see where he sat before, and you kind of going back again. So you've kind of gone back, and you're going forward, and there's no direct thread between him and Martha until he got up from the table, and you're kind of playing that back again, and you're watching him get up from the table, and he walks up on stage, and Martha is there. And he I'm going to use up all of your clues for this.
Alrighty.
Because you get to see a little bit more down this thread. You see him come up on stage, and Martha is positioning a chair. He sits on the chair, and she sings to him. And then you can't hear the song. You can't, but you see some threads between Darnell and her. And then he begins clutching his chest, like he's really sobbing. He's really feeling the music. And then from across the stage, some guy in a hoodie shows up, and he throws the curtain back. He came from backstage. He throws the curtain aside that covers the backstage exit area, and he comes in, and he points a finger at her, and then Darnell slumps and hits the ground, and Martha screams. And
oh wow!
And then he runs. He runs back the way he came.
Do I see any new details about the hoodie guy?
No.
No. All right. So everyone sees David going, kind of starting to move his fingers weirdly at the table, like he's sifting or pulling something, and then his eyes go all white, completely milky, and starts to pant. He starts to sweat again. And then he just opens his eyes and takes a deep, deep breath, and he goes, I saw it. I saw it. He did something to her. She killed him. No, he killed him? I'm not sure.
Who killed who? Who are you talking about?
There's no one on the scene.
I saw it down the threads. He pointed at her. He made her somehow kill him, I think. He made her too powerful, or him too weak. I don't know.
I just look at the others like, is he always like that?
Is that a medical condition we should be looking out for?
Is he okay?
Does he need accommodations?
Yeah, he's fine.
There is with this kind of vision, you can almost see a strange aspect to him, like he's wearing a robe, a black tattered robe, and there's an eye, or maybe just a hint of an eye, right between the other real two. And then it fades away. And he kind of slumps in his chair and goes, what happened?
At this point, Oren is going to start heading for the back area, just so she doesn't slip out without us noticing.
Okay. So you want to head up onto the stage and then into the back area, like
Yeah,
this area?
I
and then
can't
back
move
there?
my token, or I would.
How come?
I don't know. There I can. Now I can. Okay, couldn't for a second there. Yeah, I basically head over here. There's a back, and just
Okay, so
up
you'll
in the-
need to get past a security guy if you want to go up there. He's standing at the bottom of the stairs, right down here. He's got just a black polo with, you know, the washboard logo on it, and he's just kind of standing there. He's got, I was gonna say he's got the typical sunglass kind of thing going on, but it's too dark for that. So he's got he's got a little radio like in his ear, you know, Secret Service style, and he's just kind of standing there. And he watches you as you approach, and if you make for the stairs, he's gonna step up and put his hand out and say, "Hey, now, buddy, show's not over."
I'll flash him my badge, you know, showing my credentials, and tell him Sammy knows who we are, why we're here. Get on your radio. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna go backstage and do my job.
MC, I still don't think I have a token.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How come? You latecomers are causing so much trouble.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. I was counting Sammy as one of the 6, so that's why.
There we go.
All right.
Oh, I see what
You're there. I just did a quick count. I'm like, oh, all the tokens are there. But I was counting Sammy. All right. Yes.
So he's going backstage.
Mm-hmm.
So after hearing hearing that stuff from David, I think does it? I guess because I don't know if you guys seem to have a rapport with Sammy, but I'd say maybe at some point you guys hint that you do.
They've talked to him. They were here. At
Yeah,
the
we've
washroom
spoken with
before.
him
They talked.
previously. Yeah.
Okay. I think I go up to Sammy and just Sammy's seemed to, like you said Sammy seemed to be very proud of the performance.
Yeah. Yep. And the ticket sales. So he's a gentleman. He's always wearing a fedora. He's got a stained white dress shirt, probably like a tuxedo style shirt, but it's got some stains on it, and he's got some suspenders, and he speaks with a deep southern drawl, even though you're in the middle of the city.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I don't think I have very much to help with this on this, but I'm just gonna go up to him and just what was her name?
Martha?
Apologize, I don't know. Martha.
Martha Ellis.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go up to him and just ask. I think just general sort of like asking him about her. I don't I don't foresee any sort of thing of like. I think where. I guess Oren. I think where Oren's going. Because you didn't like tell anybody where you were going. You just kind of took off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at best I'm distracting Sammy during this moment.
Okay. All right.
But I don't even know if I'm willfully doing it. I think I'm just like asking a bunch of questions about Martha.
Okay. Well, and he's not tight with information. He's very proud of her. He's like, yep, she's gonna raise this club out of the dust of obscurity, and we're gonna hit the big time. It's gonna see it's this big old comeback from the olden days. That's right. The washboard's gonna be all that.
Yeah, and these tater tots are. Is there there something in them?
Well, we'll put a little bit of Cajun spice in there. Sorry there, son. Is
okay,
that a bit
well,
much for you there? You know,
that's all right. It
Tony's
wasn't on the
is
menu, but
one of
that's
my
fine.
Tony's is one of my favorite Cajun spices. Sprinkle them with some Tony's. You betcha. It's a signature. Don't tell anyone that's my secret, but
I won't. Yeah, is there, you have any, like, water? Or,
son, what
yeah,
proof do you like your water?
oh, 0?
0 proof. I don't. Well, let's see if Jester's got one of them. Hey, Jester, how about some H2O for this gentleman?
You can call me Benny. Benny, nice to meet you. I'm just like, I think I'm just like, I'm at, like, disadvantage on just the like, grossness of that, so yeah, I even extend out a hand, but it's like, it's just sweating.
Yeah.
It's just sweaty
And
palms.
and you got some on your fingers there, son. Did you rub your eyes with those fingers? That
Yeah,
might
I
have,
think,
that-
yep.
that might.
That's what it was.
You probably. Hey, the men's room is over yonder. Why don't you head on that way and get that water spurting on your face?
Okay, yeah, that's a good, I think, thanks, Sammy. And yeah, I'll head to the men's room.
Okay. He looks over at Excalibur and he says, well, welcome to the washboard. You with all these folks here?
It appears so.
Well, what did you think of the show?
It was unusually great.
Unusually what now?
Great, sir.
Oh, you've got
It was fine.
I must say, that is a fine accent you got there. Almost sounds like the West Quarter, but where I'm from. But you got not as much lilt as my Cajun friends do, but
It's French, honey.
I understand. Well, there you go. That's lovely, and I appreciate you coming tonight.
Yes, thank you. And I'd just like to walk past him and go to Greer.
Yeah.
Because right now, Marjorie's basically worried about Daniel. Is it Daniel? It's because
David.
Says Daniel, but
David.
I think it's David. Okay. David just basically told us that he had visions and everything. So I've been worried about his well-being. So I'm just sitting next to Greer and I'm like, hey, those visions thingy. Has he had that for a while? Is this new?
She kind of looks over a little blandly. I haven't known him long enough to know whether it's normal. I assume it is. He hasn't told us anything else.
Right. And he doesn't have any sort of medication for that?
Like, I think Greer's going to, like, try to get some, like, sort of inconspicuous contact to try and see if she's joking or not. Like,
Serious?
because she's genuinely just, like, in her head, it's like, I'm sorry, did you end up here without, like, without whatever the hell's happening?
Yep, she's unaware. She's just plainly worried. That's what you're reading.
There's going to be a lot to explain to you later.
I look forward to it.
Certainly not here.
It's fine.
Okay.
I think you give it time.
Meanwhile, backstage. Whoops. So, I threw you through a wall. Oren, you're backstage. There are some people moving around back there, some audio people, couple of the band members. It just came down the stairs from having a smoke in the back alley. And There is a door to your right that goes to an office. It's closed. But other than that, from what you remember from the blueprint, Martha's dressing room is down the hall all the way to there. If you intend to go find her in her dressing room, that may be where she's at. Otherwise, the elevator at the end of the hall, and then there's the door that leads to the kitchen, and so on.
Yeah, I'm basically just going to make sure that she does not leave. Right? I don't care if she's in her dressing room, but I'm going to make sure she doesn't leave before the rest of the team has a chance to talk with her. So if she tries to make for the staircase and the back door
Right.
or the elevator, or if some guy in a hoodie shows up,
Right? Okay.
that's what I'm basically doing.
All right. Very cool. You do catch her as she's coming out the door, and she looks at you, and she kind of gives you this odd look, like you don't. Do you belong back here? And she asks you to that effect, like, are you new?
Evening, ma'am. No, ma'am, I'm not. I don't actually work here. I'm an independent contractor, you might say. I'm just here to help with security after the incident.
Oh, good. Yeah, that was dreadful. I'm telling you, the city is kind of dangerous.
Did you know the young man well?
Who? No, I didn't know any of them.
You didn't know any of them? What do you mean? What do you mean, ma'am? You didn't? I only know about the young man that died the other night. What do you mean them?
What? What are
You
you
said you
talking
didn't know-
about?
You said you didn't know any of them. Who? I was referring to the young man that died. Who's them?
The hoodie guy, the dangerous guy. What are you talking about? You notice very clearly Martha has been on the hard stuff. And so she says, I gotta go finish the scene. So excuse me, sweetie.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Break a leg.
All right, she moves
Wait,
back
how
out on
hard
the
is this
stage
stuff?
to begin singing. All right, you're gonna hang out backstage while she sings. You're just kind of
Yep.
keeping a beeline on the back stairs and the elevator and all that jazz. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Very good. Anything else anyone want to do before this set begins? She's come back out for her final set.
Just to be on the safe side, because I had that premonition about my nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, I don't know if the nemesis thing is going to happen right now or 2 or 3 episodes down the road. But obviously this has got me on edge. So just to be safe, I'm going to excuse myself to the restroom. I'm not really going to the restroom. I'm going to make sure, I've got, just check my gun, and I do carry a gun. I don't make a point of showing it to everybody, but it's concealed carry, but I'll just make sure it's all fine, it's safe, ready to go, no problems with my ammo.
All right, so you're in a stall, right?
Just to be safe.
You're in a stall.
Yeah, I am
Okay.
in the stall because I don't want anybody to see me pull out freaking,
Yep.
you know,
So Benny's
Huge
in there right
pistol.
now. He's just drying off his face after having washed it thoroughly in
think-
his hands and all.
I think it perfectly. You go to like come in and I'm like opening the door for myself, and then I once again I'm just opening the door for you as you walk.
Okay.
Benny.
That's all I'm doing.
What you
This game,
doing?
just keeping doors open.
Yeah. How you doing, Benny?
Better. Yeah. Man, that was a performance, huh?
Apparently, seemed to have quite the effect on you. You okay?
Yeah, just so much strong emotions,
Cool.
feel
Cool,
affect me
cool,
strongly.
cool. Well, look, it's affecting you that strongly. You need someone to talk to. plenty of good therapists in this city. And I go into the bathroom.
Okay.
Cool. You see his eyes just like really hopeful in the beginning of that sentence.
And it's not me.
I mean, I'm not saying it rude. I'm not being sarcastic.
No, I know.
I'm giving him advice, but I'm not giving you a shoulder.
Yep.
I'm being professional and friendly. There's plenty of good therapists in the city.
I think that reminds me
More
of
like an
like
emotional elbow.
yeah. So the funny thing is that actually like Benny kind of like Benny in a lot of ways is actually like his own like not for himself, but he is a therapist, or like he is a, I mean, in a way, you know, like a psychiatrist in his mind at least, with like the weird like his like mythos sort of stuff. So if she is, as I'm walking out, if she is taking the stage, is she taking the stage right now, getting ready to perform?
Yeah, the band is starting to play up and all that kind of stuff. People are getting settled back down. She's out there smiling. She may be saying a line or two, you know, talking to people in the crowd.
Can I perceive her seeming inebriated?
You can do a regular investigate.
Okay.
And your question is, can I tell if she's drunk? Yeah.
Okay. Regular investigate means...
Yeah, so it's a normal move.
Okay.
So just the investigate move, and then apply tags that you think would help you see that from across the room.
Right.
Gotcha. Oh, why won't you move? It's like stuck in place. Try that again. There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
And maybe Protector of the Week?
What does fire back backfire mean?
That was if I were to, in my view of it, would be that if I was to attack anyone for any reason on, that has like mythos sort of thing, that it might fire back on me. Like if it failed.
Gotcha. Okay.
What do I got? Let's see.
All right. So with an 8, that's that'll give you 3 questions that you can ask about her.
Okay.
And her inebriation. So the first question is she drunk?
Yeah.
And I would say that, yeah, she, you know, you thought at first it was maybe just the lilt of her voice or the swagger kind of as she's singing. But yeah, maybe she's talking more to the crowd or whatever. And yeah, you think that there might be a couple of initial signs of inebriation.
Okay. Can I... Because that's really all I wanted to know to do what I wanted to do.
That's fine.
So can I bank the other ones for now? I wanted to get that water that was offered up to me at the bar.
Yep.
And then I would like to basically putting the like I have it marked down on my sheet as like honey poultice, but something that basically is like a basically like pulls you back down from inebriation. I think mechanically speaking, it removes the status effect.
Okay.
Or yeah.
All right.
Reverses.
Yeah, so you'd use that for a change the game to reduce her drunk status. That's exactly what you would do. Perfect. Yep. And that's how you heal people, by the way. Someone asked earlier about healing. You actually would roll change the game and reduce someone's status that way. Yep.
Okay.
All right. So in the men's stall, you've kind of sort of sat down. You're checking your slide on the, checking the ammo, making sure everything's good. Yeah, go ahead.
To be clear, he only uses revolvers because that's part of his distrustful nature. Like automatics can jam,
All right,
revolvers
then you
don't
popped
jam.
it open, you're spinning it around, make sure all the
Right.
bullets are in good. Yep.
Yeah, and so the on his custom ammo, I haven't really decided too much what to do with custom ammo. The original thing had like, you know, he had like sticky bullets or something that would like, I don't know. I haven't messed around with that. But, you know, he's probably got a revolver that can hold multiple types of ammo. So he would have like 2 or 3 barrels he could switch in and out. You know, like, I don't know if you know what a Taurus Judge is, but that can shoot, I think it's 357, 410, and 454.
Sure.
410 is like a little shotgun shell. It's actually almost a handheld shotgun. Pretty awesome. And you could put like 410 rock salt in there, so it's just non-lethal and, you know, different things like that. So he's just making sure that his loadout is complete, you know, just to be on the safe side. And he'll probably, because of that nature of that nemesis thing, I don't know, that's just got him on edge. So he'll probably switch it out to actual bullets, not, you know, so it'd be like a 357, you know, Full Metal Jacket kind of a thing. So if anything hits the fan, he's loaded for bear, so to speak.
Okay, so someone goes in the stall next to you and closes the door a little harshly. And then the toilet flushes, and you kind of get an angle underneath the stall a little bit, and you see that there's some boots. They're like combat boots. And you notice immediately that it's got some blood stains on it.
Okay.
And you can hear the sound of like plastic or rubber, trying to think, like it maybe like I'm gonna put something in your mind that isn't what's happening, but the sound of it, it's like a bunny suit, right? Like in a clean room, they're all wearing these rubbery, plasticky suits. You hear some of that sound, and then there is a gruff voice. When am I coming for you?
Does that seem like it's directed at me, or is he talking on the phone?
As far as you know, and the boots are still kind of facing toward the toilet, right? And it's just like there's someone standing in the next, and then they turn the boots. He takes like a step, so that both of his boots are now facing your stall.
Okay.
You're next, right? Am I getting a call for you next?
Okay. I'm going to exit the stall and go immediately here like I'm washing my hands. Okay. So I'm going to go exit stall, walk over, turn on the water, but I'm actually going to have my gun ready. So it looks like I'm washing my hands. If this guy comes out of there and gives me grief, it's just point. You know, I don't have to draw my gun. It's there. Right? So I'm like pretending like I'm washing my hands. If he comes out and gives me any grief, just like, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. You know, that kind of thing.
So you came out and you look back and you're kind of looking in the mirror, watching the stall.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you notice the stall's like an inch. The door is like an inch ajar. It's not closed or locked. It's just kind of open a little bit. And you're trying to get an angle on the boots underneath, and you don't see them.
Okay, I'll finish washing my hands, and I'm gonna.
And a guy comes walking out. I'm gonna borrow Benny's token. A guy comes walking from the urinal around the corner.
Does he have those same boots?
He's coming right at you.
Well, then, like, boom, how about that?
Yeah, so he's like, holy shit! And he kind of staggers back. It's just a dude. It's not the guy. And he backs up against the wall. He's like, holy crap.
Sorry, club security. Thought you were provoking. My bad. Have a good night. And
all right. All right. And Benny, what are you doing with this poultice you're making?
So basically, I named it as that, but essentially it's like some sort of like honey sort of concoction.
Sure.
Of course, yeah.
You're trying to create something in that glass of water to give to Martha later?
Actually, to try to give it to her now.
Oh, okay.
If she's setting up what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass by Sammy. I'm going to be saying something. Doesn't matter what I'm saying. But I'm going to try to make it look like essentially Sammy said to give this to you.
Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Nice.
Crazy sound.
All right, so this allows, so you get to create 2 juice. So the juice you can turn into a story tag, or you can give or reduce a status with it. You're actually creating something. So I would say a story tag that would, or you could create a status of 2 that is, no, I think it'd be a story tag. And so for you to hold on to it, you can create a story tag with, let's see. So,
I mean, my intention is to get. I would say, like, as far as like from Benny's like perspective, is probably just to get like a performance of her like best self. So this is like what I'm trying to do is to essentially make sure that she's in her best form. So if I can make that drunk -2 to be 0, I would.
Okay. Yeah, sounds fine.
Okay.
So we'll do give or reduce a status, 1 tier per point of juice. Okay. So you have reduced her drunk down to 0.
Okay. Yeah, and then his hand nurse. You're doing great. The man over the Sammy, I think, told me to give you this. So just there you go. But good luck. I can't wait to see the rest. Honestly. And walk away.
Okay.
As you come back at the table, I just say, "Oh, I bought you some other potatoes. The man at the bar said you like them very spicy, extremely spicy. So they're there for you."
Thank you very much. As I just like I put them in front of me and just look like I'm just very excited to watch the show.
So she drinks part of it. She doesn't just down it. She drinks it, and she realizes it's not just water, and she shoots a look directly at you, and at the cup, and at you, and then she sets down the cup on the little stool that's next to where she sings, and she storms off stage. She goes back behind the curtain, and she looks at Oren, and she goes, "That man out there is trying to kill me. Why don't you go take care of him? I need to take a break in my room."
What man?
The man who just gave me that drink.
All right, I'm gonna poke my head out. look at the crew, and I'll mouth, what man gave, what's going on? Yeah.
Oh, I'm
You
good.
get a very
I'm
tired
good.
shock from David.
It's the spicy.
Can't believe you just took an artist's buzz away.
Okay, so Sammy's like, oh hell, what happened? And he gets up and he goes, oh, god damn it. And he begins to move up to the stage. He's gonna go, he jumps up on the stage and he says, sorry folks, Miss Ellis is apparently not feeling under the weather. He picks up the glass of water and he smells it and he kind of wrinkles his nose up and he goes, what the hell is this? And he sets it back down again, and he's like, sorry folks, give me just a minute. We'll get Miss Ellis back out here to finish up the show. Just y'all sit by and grab yourself another drink at one of the bars, or have one of our fine folks come out and bring it to you. We'll be right back in just a moment. Boys, keep playing.
Try the veal.
Benny, what did you do with the drink?
Oh, yeah. She seemed like she was pretty just inebriated, so I gave her one of my kind of hangover cures.
Well, Mr. Woods, I think that was on purpose.
What's that?
You know, her being inebriated and all.
Yeah, that was by design.
Takes the edge off.
Oh yeah, I mean I get I guess people like to have a buzz every now and then, but she seemed, for the record, MC, she was very drunk.
She was drunk. She was she shouldn't drive like that.
Yeah. Seriously. Yeah, I thought, just be kind of on there, we always work best when we have somewhat of our wits around us, right?
Okay, so Oren backstage, Sammy comes storming back out. He's like, God damn, I don't know what are you doing back here?
Yeah, doing my job. We're investigating, make sure that nothing untoward happens. We told you we were going to come in and speak with her, so we're just making sure that we have our opportunity to do so.
Well, one of your boys gave her something. You can't be putting stuff in her drinks. That's...
What do you mean one of my boys gave her something?
Well, you best go figure that out, because Twinkle Toes over there gave her some kind of I don't know, spiked her drink or something. And, she's sensitive to that sort of thing. You can't just go around putting stuff in people's drinks. She says that ended her career, practically. So, I mean, dead on serious, boys, you're going to be kicked out. Any other shenanigans go on, I am dead on serious.
Well, sir, I apologize for what occurred. I don't know what happened, but I'll get to the bottom of it. Rest assured.
Guaranteed. And he steps on out and he goes over to the mic. He goes, stand by, folks. Martha is just touching up the makeup. She'll be right back out in just a few minutes. Y'all just sit tight and listen to our fine band. And so they keep playing, and he comes walking down the stairs. And
I'm going to take that opportunity to just see if I can eavesdrop at her door.
Okay. You will only hear this. You'll hear her singing. She's humming. And it sounds like she's maybe doing some self-comforting, maybe, like if it's the song she's singing, like trying to get back into the mood and back into the swing. And then you hear a glass clink and probably some heavier glass being set on a table, and and she clears her throat, and she you know, just keeps humming a little bit. She's singing some music, and then the door opens.
All right.
Excuse me.
I was just coming to check on you, make sure you were okay, ma'am.
I'm just fine. I'm just fine. She smells strongly of alcohol.
All right.
And she moves back out on stage. And without any other interruptions, she will smile at the crowd and said, "Now this is more like it." And she does tell a little bit of a story. She goes, "You know, some time ago, when I was much younger, really kicking off my career, somebody put something in my water while I was on stage, and it put me in the hospital. And so I just had a horrible flashback of that. You know, we all have things in our lives that do that to us sometimes. We have bad things that happen to us, and we have good things that happen to us, and we just try to remember the good over the bad. So this next song's going to be a little about that. Something I hum to myself when I am looking for some encouraging feelings to come forth. Boys, that's it." And she begins to sing. So with that, she finishes her set, and again, she moves into a very powerful couple of songs that tell great tales of love and love lost, and you know, all kinds of stuff like that. Just she again, very powerful performance, very moving, very emotional, goosebumpy kind of stuff going on, and high notes and all that jazz. So she finishes up, and the crowd cheers and goes wild, and you know, even through the tears, and it's not like an exciting going wild. It's definitely subdued by the emotion, but by how profound her performance was, there's definitely loud applause. And with that, she ends her set for the night, and you know, takes a few more bows, and then eventually walks off stage, taking another bow again, and then she heads back toward her bedroom, her little dressing room area. All right, what do you want to do?
Time to go speak with me.
Yeah, I suppose just like heading over to like Sammy and just kind of confirm. It's like, we're looking to bring our investigation to Martha. Do we have clearance to head backstage?
I think she's had a tough night. Why didn't your boy stay back though?
It's unfortunate, but we don't want this happening elsewhere, you understand?
Yeah, neither do I. Trust me.
I'm gonna walk over to Greer and say, sounds to me like she might be in a little bit of a mood, whatever happened with that drink. So I think 4 or 5 of us going in her dressing room, she's gonna feel, you know, there's too much. So why don't you go in there and have a conversation with her, see if you can get more that way, you know, woman to woman.
Well, if we're going with that logic, Marjorie, could you act as backup?
Absolutely. I'd be so glad to see whatever you guys are doing.
Excellent. From here on, like while they're talking with her in the dressing room, I'm basically just gonna mosey around, and check out the whole place. Whatever I can check out without getting on the... Like, I'm not going to go in the kitchen. You know, I don't think there's any purpose to do that. But just walk around, I guess investigate, see if anything... I'm not going to roll an actual investigation roll unless you think I need to.
Okay.
That's basically what I'm going to be doing. Just walking around, meeting people, looking at different things, just investigating. I'm going to explore the space. Explore the space. There you go. That's that.
You will notice something. You're going to notice that on the floor in the corner, like it was missed, it was maybe under a table leg or something like that, there is a playing card. Kind of out of place in a place like this. May not mean anything, but you find that.
I will examine it.
Okay. Looks like just, right out of Vegas official playing card.
Okay. Is there does it, what the,
Suit and number?
Ace of Spades, Queen of Hearts, what is it?
It would probably be it would probably be something like a 10 maybe or something like that.
Okay.
It was probably dropped off from the table.
Okay, I'll make a mental note of which table it was under, and then I will just put it in my jacket pocket. Oop.
Okay. Okay, so the rest of you are going to go back and meet Martha in her dressing room. Okay? Mm-hmm. She's sitting there. She's trying to relax in front of her mirror. She's got all the lights on and everything around it, and she's got her highball glass, and she's sipping some liquid out of it. And so she sees you as you come in. You come to the door, which wasn't closed, and she says, I'm sorry, I'm not really up to doing autographs right now. It's been a long night. If you leave your address, I'll send you a picture or something.
We're not actually here for autographs. We're here to discuss what happened a few nights ago. I'm sorry that this is on tonight of all nights, but we're hoping to get this wrapped up as quickly as possible. May we come in?
Sure, I guess so. Come on in. Well, how can I help you? Is this unexpected?
Yes,
what can I do to help you?
Like, as she kind of goes in, she, like, holds out her hand. My name's Greer. We're gonna ask a few questions about, Fox Darnell.
Well, you said that, except for the Greer part. Yeah? What?
Yeah.
Well, what can I do for you? She definitely smells of alcohol.
So, we're curious about what you might have seen that night. We spoke with Sammy, and he seems to think you might be one of our only witnesses should something have happened.
Okay. What,
He said that you screamed.
Dearie, now I'm sorry. You need to. Can you hurry this along? I'm getting a headache.
All right. Just kind of like...
I don't mean to be rude, child. It's been a night. Somebody tried to poison me again, I think.
I also think he did.
Alright. Then let's just get to brass tacks. Well, brass tacks.
Yeah? Okay.
What can you tell us about this hooded figure that you saw?
Oh, he was a dangerous looking man. Tattoos on his face. Bald.
What did he
And just
do
scary
exactly?
as all hell.
What did he do that...
I don't know exactly what he did, but I'm pretty sure he killed that man. I'm not sure how exactly. Maybe he threw something. I don't recall. But he came in, and I don't know if he was trying to get to me and killed him instead. What now?
Could you explain exactly what was happening whenever Darnell died?
I don't know. I'm not sure what you're asking me. What is it you're trying to say?
Suppose, what we were hearing from Sammy is that you think the hooded person, the man, was, had something to do with Darnell's death. And we're trying to sort things out as to how that might have happened. And you describing what you saw yourself is going to help us to that end.
I'm not sure what you need to know that hasn't already been said. He was trying to meet me after the show. That's not uncommon. I mean, look at you. You're coming to see me after the show. It happens. And then this hooded guy shows up. He came from backstage, so he must have been, broke in through the back stair. And he killed the poor guy. I screamed, and Sammy and Cyrus came running, but he was gone by then. As soon as I screamed, he ran. And so I don't know how he did it, but it was terrifying. And I think he may have even been the same guy. I don't know, but almost 15 years ago. I don't know, but he may have been the same guy who tried to kill me before.
All right.
Maybe Darnell was just in the way. I don't know. Maybe it was a gun. I honestly don't know. I don't recall hearing a gun.
How long ago was
Couple of days ago.
the murder? And you don't remember how he died? You don't remember the sound of any weapon?
It happened so fast, and he just fell over dead. I don't recall hearing a gun.
I just give a glance at
I don't know how he killed him, but he showed up. The guy in the hoodie showed up. It's all black hoodie. Could hardly see his face, but I saw some tattoos on his face. And then that poor fella just keeled right over.
All right, thank you for telling us what happened. Even if you don't think there's much to take from that, it's going to help us in our investigation.
I hope you catch him. I hope you find him and you catch him. Because I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. How does a woman in this world feel safe in this city when people can just break in and attack you? You know what I mean, honey, don't you?
Like, yes, it's a valid fear to have, especially in a city as large as this one. We'll do our best to bring this person to justice. Or at the very least, report it to the police.
Yeah, I don't think the police are gonna do much, but that boy ran off before anybody got a good look at him. I think I'm the only one that saw him. I hope you find him. Good luck to you. I'm getting quite a headache. I'm sorry.
No, you've had a rough night. We'll be seeing ourselves out. Good night to you. And like,
Y'all take care now. Come back and see me.
I think I'd like to kind of look around the room, like really quick, just like glancing, and kind of see if there's like anything kind of...
Yeah, that'd be an
Not
investigate.
Like specifically kind of
Anything
like
out of place?
weird.
And yeah,
Yeah.
investigate. Let's do an investigate on that. Yep.
All right. I think that would just be flat.
Okay. You are looking around. You're looking at things hanging on the wall. You're looking at things that might be tucked out of sight and showing a little bit or something. You're looking for anything that's odd or unusual. And as you're looking around, you actually meet Martha's eyes directly. And she looks and she says, "Everybody has a past, don't they?" Tell me, now, as a player, what is Greer's secret pain?
Oh boy.
For you new players, you'll need to come up with a secret pain for your character. It's in the player's guide. I'll go over it with you afterward. But she looks at you and intuits your secret pain. So tell me, what is it?
I believe it'd be, what I had kind of like figured out was, she's very isolated and just like is very quick to cut ties. Like, trust is in supply short enough that she doesn't truly trust anyone.
Yep. So she looks at you and she says, "It's hard to trust, isn't it? It's a lonely world when you can't trust anyone."
Yeah, with that, Greer's just going to, like, swiftly, like, step out and close the door without slamming it.
Right. Yeah, so that unnerved you a little bit.
Yeah, we're not
But,
unpacking that
she
right now.
she looked at you, looking around, not trusting Martha and her story. She picked up on that a little bit, and then tossed that your way right after you met eyes. And she's like, "Yeah, it's hard to trust people, isn't it? It's a very lonely world." And so yeah, so you back out of the room. All right. Meanwhile, coming down the stairs into the main area in the club, 2 police officers have arrived. One is an Asian Indian woman who appears to be in charge of the 2, and the other is a real Boy Scout looking crop top, Dolph Lundgren sort of looking guy. And they both come down and they start looking around. The crowd is mostly left from here, and it leaves you guys here. And so Officer Das comes up to Declan, who's closest, and so are you guys from the insurance company then? Yes.
Yes.
What is your name? What is your name?
My name's Agent Lestrange.
Agent. Oh, that's a fancy title you've got there. Very nice.
So is Officer.
I'm an officer. That is a fancy title. Yes. So, I'm Officer Chavi Das.
Nice to
Badge
meet you,
number
Officer.
56.
I will make a note of that.
So, what are you finding out from here? You are looking into this, and what are you finding out?
Sorry, but out of character, what was the officer's name again?
Yeah.
Chavi
Chavi Das.
You can mouse over the
Chavi
token.
Das. I got it. Yeah,
If you mouse over the
So-
tab, there you go.
got it. Boop, boop. Yeah.
And that is my partner, Officer Quinn. So tell me, you are investigating. What is it you are investigating again?
Well, we're investigating the death of the young man that happened here in this club a few days ago because there's some irregularities
Yes.
involved with it, and we have to, make sure all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed before the insurance company will pay out any kind of disbursement to the family members of the deceased.
Yes.
So we have to make sure everything is
Yes.
fine. It's not every day a 20-year-old man dies of heart failure.
I totally agree. So I'm thinking that you are the ones who asked for the coroner's report, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So tell me, what have you been resulting in your investigation here? What have you come to?
I'm going to be
You
brutally
learned
honest with
anything
him
new?
and tell him we haven't really learned much. But there
It's a she, by the way. But
was, yeah, she. So I'll tell her, like, well, we haven't really learned that much, except there was this one mysterious person in a hoodie who was at the scene at the time and ran away, and nobody's been able to identify this guy, and we don't know if he had something to do with it or if he
Yes.
just was in the wrong place at the wrong time and got scared and bolted, but we're just trying to find out who this guy is and see if he might have something to do with it. Said he was bald, probably about my height, fairly decent shape, had tattoos on his face, but he had a hood up, so, Martha Ellis saw him but didn't get a good look at his face other than there were some tattoos there. Does that sound like anyone you guys know?
But
This,
that's-
kind of a
that
person
lines
of
up-
interest kind
That
of a
lines
thing?
up with, with what we have learned so far about everything. That is lining up just correctly. That is, hoodie. We are looking for the man matching that, but it is not easy to do. So not much to go on.
I feel like we're walking around in circles.
That's all you've been able to find out? Yeah.
So far, that's really about
the
it.
captain is looking The captain is looking for us to bring this investigation to a close. So I think that there's only one other thing, and that is another death happened recently. Same cause of death, which brought it to my attention. But that is all I know of. I don't see any connection. But I just heard.
What was this other death you're talking about? What other death are you talking about?
There's another man on the other side of town. He collapsed from similar issues. And his name is Adam. Stand by. I'm working on it. Where the heck? Let me get his name right. It's Adam. For now, it's just Adam. I'll tell you what his name is in a little bit. There it is. Adam Walsh. The name is Adam Walsh. He apparently died of very similar symptoms, but I don't know of any. It's unusual. He collapsed in front of a crowd.
Other than his unusual death, is there any other thing that might connect him to this case?
Well, there was apparently the arrival of a man in a hoodie right before he passed.
That hoodie guy again. How do you know about that?
So I don't know if it's a serial killer or something. That remains to be seen, I guess. But we are going to go to...
I will pull out one of my super cool insurance agent business cards and hand that to Officer Chavides, just like, can you find out anything more?
Yeah.
Please don't hesitate to give me a call.
She says, this happened just the other night, just last night. And so they've just gathered this information, and it's been assigned to them as a case. The scene is the Green Meadow Funeral Home, and this Adam Walsh, she tells you, was a single dad of 3 kids, and he recently lost his 15-year-old kid Teddy to leukemia, and they were at Teddy's funeral. And this hoodie guy shows up, and he keeled over. So, like, right in the middle of the services.
So his son died.
We need to go get the rest of
He's at the funeral for his son, and he dies at the funeral.
Yeah, and then he dies. Correct. Yep. So they're going to go talk to the funeral director, the owner there, and
All right.
her name is, the funeral director's name is Sylvia Martinez.
Got it.
Okay. And
right.
and so there you go.
Got it.
And that is where we will end for today. So we will now begin the end of Geek Out During the Credits move. So let me run that. Ding, 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 boom. End of session. All right. So if you'll notice in your chat right now, there are options for you to choose from, and there really isn't a limit. It's just what you feel is appropriate. So at the end of the session, when the credits roll, we go around the table and each player can answer one or more of the following questions. So we're going to do that right now. And I'm just going to call it off from top to bottom on the screen that I have for all of you guys. So we're going to begin with Benny. You need to just answer one or more of those questions. You can pick one, and then we can come back around and see if you have any others you want to answer. So pick one, and let's answer it.
Okay. So I'll do character had the most meaningful interaction. I would say probably Marjorie. I mean, from the get-go, we came in together. There was a space of at least her seeming to understand the awkwardness of Benny and seeming to kind of go along with it. So yeah, that's my answer.
Okay. So you felt like that helps or hurts?
Oh, helps for sure.
All right, very good. Then what you need to do is on your character sheet, under juice, help, and hurt, mark a help for Marjorie. Now, these are used in future sessions as free juice. So you can convert that juice into a tag or a status, or just as if you did a change the game. That's what juice is.
To help that specific person, right?
All right. Yes, only with that specific person. That goes for help or hurt. Okay. All right, Marjorie Dubois. How about you?
Yes.
Answer one or more of those questions.
One of those. Which character had the most meaningful interactions with your character this session? Sorry, Benny. On my end, I feel like it's Greer, because we had that stare down in the first room, and right there, like, I was witnessing an interrogation, and I had like my character can't size her at all. She's the mystery of the group. Like, everyone seems to have their own thing, and Greer is difficult to assess. So she's got my attention right now. So I don't know if it helps really. I think it maybe one help or one. Maybe it hurt the relationship.
So it could be a hurt because
it
she's
could be
a
a
little
hurt
more
'cause
closed.
She's close. She's difficult to gauge right now. So for my character, it's unsettling because she's really good with social interactions, and she's not able to gauge that person.
Yeah. So Pigshanks, that's funny because that kind of flies in the face of your character concept, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a hurt there. Good. All right, so next is David.
Right. I even noticed that I'm muted. Right, I think we are still kind of building out our team interactions and kind of what kind of role everyone has in the crew. So I think we're still we are growing incrementally as a team, trying to get to know each other and see how we can either help or get in the way.
Okay, so you want to give the crew some attention?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you can give crew attention, and that reminds me, Daniel mentioned it earlier as well. So your homework this week is to decide on a crew improvement. So you guys gave it 3 attention last session, and so it bumped up to allow an improvement. So you guys need to go look and figure that out. Talk amongst yourselves on the Discord. That was 2 weeks ago when we did that, so we forgot to do it.
Yep.
So you can add a crew improvement, okay? And now it's got one more attention, so you can go ahead and mark one more attention on that crew. Now, next is Declan.
I'm not joking about this. I'm not being sarcastic, but I think the person that I had the most meaningful interaction with was our new Winnie the Pooh. Our brief interaction in the men's restroom. But I was sincere and like, hey, it seems like you had a tough time, but there's plenty of good therapists in this city. That's about as nice as I can get.
There you go. All right.
So I would think I helped him in that, so that's a help for him.
Okay.
But that's really...
Very good. Mark help.
For Declan, that's a big one. Like that's actually
okay, Declan,
compassion.
put that
from
on
him,
your character
so.
sheet.
Yeah.
There you go. Mark that help on your
This would
sheet.
be
I've got an audio delay. Sorry, I'm talking over the top of you. All right, Greer, your turn.
Like, I think it's mutual with Marjorie, just because, like, Greer's trying really hard to, like, pin something down, and she doesn't even know why Marjorie's necessarily here if she doesn't know sort of the nature of things. She's suspicious as hell. She's still trying to sort of, like,
that sounds like a
sort
hurt.
things out. Yeah.
All right, and then that brings us to Oren. You're up now.
I believe it's going to have to be a hurt towards Ben for poisoning our lead witness and making my life much more difficult than it needed to be. But there's no...
that tracks. Right?
He's not in the hurt. Like, gonna put a hurt by him, but there's... Oh, it has this new actor. There's no...
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not showing.
There's something wrong with this character. I got to figure out what's...
Yeah, but what's his character's actual name? It's Benny Woods, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Benny,
when I
right.
clicked on help, it also said new actor 83 or whatever it is. But when I closed it said
It's just the way it got
I
created.
helped Benny Wood. So
Oh, yeah. It does say
Yeah.
hurt. Yeah, there you go.
Probably when we reload, it's gonna be fine.
yeah, it'll probably be fine when we reload. But it did. I clicked on that. I'm like, well, this is what it is, and when we change it, it should automatically upgrade. But it said help Benny Woods, so yours should say hurt Benny Woods right now. So you should be good. Bingo. Is that everybody?
It could be because
We
it's
all
also
go
his
now?
token. I think we've covered it. Anyone else want to add something before we close out?
That's pretty much it.
I think we're pretty good for right now.
All right. So my closing remarks are this. I think that we're forming a really interesting group of players and characters. Mostly characters, right? Y'all are great. And I think it's some interesting interactions. And I like to see the hurt come out once in a while. Where like, what's going on there? So that's super. And that will make some interesting stuff. So we've got a nemesis. That's my homework, is to go figure out more about your nemesis, which I've already got an idea. And that was an awkward moment in the bathroom with your nemesis, perhaps. Or a dream of your nemesis, a future vision of your nemesis. Someone's coming for you. All right, so I think that's it, everyone. If you have any more questions for me, please feel free to jump on the Discord and ask. It was good to see everyone today. I think it was a good jump in. You guys started to dig in a little bit more into what's going on. That's super. All right, guys. Very good.
Thank
You
you.
guys have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next Sunday. Take care.
See you next Sunday.
Bye-bye now.
Yeah, see y'all.
Bye.
Bye. See ya.
Hi, everybody.